it's as good as I remember. The hair. Oh, God.
You don't know how long I have wanted to touch your lips and hold you tight. Oh, you don't know how long I have waited, and I was gonna tell you tonight. But the secret is still my own, and my love for you is still unknown, alone. Till now, I always got my own. I never really cared until I met you, and now it tells me to the moon. How do I get you alone? Till now, I always got my own. I never really cared until I met you. How do I get you alone? How do I get you? How do I get you alone?
That's the one.
Carrie, you're not just the girl to beat, you're the person to beat. I will make a prediction. Not only will you win this show, you will sell more records than any other previous Idol winner.
I mean, good prediction, but it's... Before we get to the performance, is it not bizarre that she went from, like, just another person on the show, like, nothing really special about it last week, to one performance, and it's, yo, you're the person to beat. Like, that felt very, like, hey, we really would like for this girl to win, so let's really go from 0 to 100 here. Like, last week he was like, there's something to this girl, you know. Now it's like, you're the one to beat. Oh, you're gonna win.
Well, he said she was one of the top 3 that know who she is, at least.
Yeah.
But this was like
yeah.
No, that blew everybody out of the water last week.
Yeah.
Most, you know what I mean? That I mean, I will say, looking back, I loved that performance, but those background singers, they were killing it.
I was going to acknowledge that. That high harmony, woo! Man, somebody was singing their face off back there.
Oh my God. But I think that was like other than the hair, that was the with the strings and that was a moment, and it could go two ways. Obviously, we know how it ended up for her, but that's a pretty early time, 11 people left to have that kind of moment. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it up while you're going. But I mean, it sounded like two totally different people. That was very reminiscent of the Carrie now, you know? So
it's very rare you see somebody come that far in a week. Like last week it was like, who am I watching? And now this week it's like, whoa. Now I still think under normal circumstances it would be like, okay, like if you can keep this up, you can really make some noise in this thing. I still think it's such a huge jump from, okay, you know, you could be something to, oh, you're the cat's meow, like you're gonna win this whole thing. But he was right, so I mean, like, whatever. It's just that was bizarre. But as far as the performance, I mean, that was great, and I was gonna say, just like you did, that sounded like something she would do now. I mean, if you heard her live now, she would sound like that. And even the stage presence was a little more comfortable with this. Of course, it's funny to me. This Simon was like, you're one of the only ones who knows who you are. And then she finally has her moment with the 80s rock song. She's like supposed to be the country girl, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, and I kind of agree with what Tommy said in there. I was going to say that maybe he said that because they saw the vote totals. If she got 40% of the vote out of 12 people the last time on a mediocre performance,
Yeah.
I mean, then there's really no stopping. You know what I mean? I know that's a ton of percentage, but you know what I mean? Especially with all the people that we're watching now, this was like peak idol craziness. Um, I don't know if they see numbers that none of us do, so
Yeah.
that
And
might play a part.
and you got to think they had never. I mean, in the 2 seasons since, they haven't had anybody to really compare to Kelly Clarkson. And at this point, absolutely, she was the most successful. Maybe her and Clay Aiken were like the most successful. And so, like, Fantasia artists like that are very different than Kelly. So maybe they were like, "Hey, this is the closest thing we've had to her since. So let's see if we can repeat what we had with Kelly with her." Because they'd had a couple winners there with Ruben and Fantasia that didn't achieve the same level of success as Kelly Clarkson. So maybe they were like, let's try to see if lightning can strike twice here with the big
And how much
powerhouse
more
girls
and how much more American Idol can you get than country? I mean, country music
from small
in
town
the United
Oklahoma.
States. Yeah, like it's crazy. And in 2004, 2005, I mean, think of country music back then. That was
Yeah,
the biggest music in the country. I don't think it is anymore, but
yeah,
you know, so
yeah,
I think they were onto something.
yeah. Clearly,